Right now, as I'm recording this intro, Fyre Festival 2.0, or as it's now being called, PHNX Festival, is happening in Honduras. A few days ago, in one of my live streams, I did a deep dive on anything I could possibly find out about this event. I poured through all of the information I could find on their website, including the supposed itinerary for this weekend. I looked at the tickets that Billy was trying to sell and everything that you get with those tickets, but more importantly, everything that you don't get with those tickets. The bizarre website that they're doing a pay-per-view live stream through, as well as all the videos that Billy's been posting on social media, which I think unintentionally hurt him more than helped him, because they have just raised massive red flags between the discrepancy of what he was promising and what it logistically looked like he could possibly do. Which at this point might be obvious, but as of everything with Fyre Festival and Billy McFarland, the reality of it is so much dumber than what you could possibly imagine. And finally, at the end, I give my theory about what I think this event is actually being put on for, because I don't think it's as simple as it seems this time, and I think he's building up to something much bigger down the road. I then spent the weekend frantically cutting down the live stream into the video that you're about to watch, which also means that any of the new footage from over the weekend that people have been posting of them actually at the event isn't going to be in this video. I'll save all that for the next video, because there is so much to dig into just leading up to the event that this video ended up being almost an hour anyway. So without further ado, roll the VOD edit. Somehow Fyre Fest returns against all odds. Billy is back with another fantastic adventure. When last we left our heroes, Fyre Fest was sold to Limewire. And so Billy, being ever the grifter, ever the con man, old Billy McFarland, needs a new grift. And so presenting PHNX. PHNX is, on paper, the original Fyre Fest as it existed before it was a festival, when it was like a proof of concept. So, to recap, when he was first developing Fyre Fest, he went to this small island, I think called Diamond K, and he was like, oh, this is sick, we could throw an event here. And so what he did was he took a bunch of like models and some of his celebrity friends or whatever out to the island to do a photo shoot, and those photo shoots became the promo for Fyre Fest. And so like they partied for like a week straight, like taking pictures and stuff, and that worked, and that was fun because it wasn't like a festival, it was like a private party on like a tropical island. He has talked about before that like that was the real Fyre Fest all along. So the point for this is like, let's try to recreate that original Fyre Fest. But of course, spoiler alert, it's another grift. How do I know it's a grift? Call it vibes and pattern recognition. Now, I will say this is a lot more of like a real festival on paper than a lot of his other attempts. But I want to note before we get started here, he's got his Solana wallet right there that you can copy. So he is slowly moving into the crypto grift, which I'm surprised it took him this long. I'm assuming he just lets you pay with Solana for your ticket if you want to. But I have not dived much into this website yet, because I want to get like a raw reaction to the nonsense live on stream. So I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to pre-watch. This December, PHNX returns for an island experience like no other. PHNX is hosting a weekend of adventure, music, and community on Attila and Diamond K. So Attila is the main island where there's actually like infrastructure and buildings and electricity and like people live there. And then Diamond K is like the private island off of Attila that has no infrastructure, no electricity, and people don't live there. Very important distinction, as we will find as we get into this. So we got 400 guests will descend upon the Bay Islands while millions watch live from around the world. So this is limited to 400 guests, a number he has not hit. He is not a capacity. This is a 400 guest experience that he cannot book out, as we'll see, because tickets are still available. At least they were as of last night. And millions watch live around the world. Now, you might think, oh, this means he's streaming it on Twitch or YouTube or Kick or TikTok or Instagram. I don't think any of those, because as we will delve into, the live stream is paywalled. The live stream is behind a paywall, which is fucking insane. That he would paywall the live stream. Who the fuck is gonna pay for that? I have a theory about this whole thing. I have a theory, but we got more to dig. PHNX's technologies allows its virtual visitors to affect change, build the island, and impact the real-world experience. What the fuck does that mean? PHNX's technologies allow virtual visitors to affect change, build the island, and impact real-world experiences. I have no idea what that is, so we'll get into that there. Okay, we got the pay-per-view, we've got the tickets, and we've got the island itself. Where do we want to start? Okay, let's start on the pay-per-view. Actually, I'm very interested about this. How this is gonna work. GDocs.tv. What the fuck is GDocs? Very curious about this because they can't possibly be a sponsor because I have not seen their branding anywhere. Like we're 2 days out and he's still begging for sponsors. So they can't be like sponsored by them. But I've never heard of this live stream website though. TV shows, documentaries, movies, the Global Media Group, and PHNX 2025. I wonder if this is Billy's own company. 2 days, 10 minutes, and 4 seconds till the Phoenix Fyre Festival streams live. You can buy now. Streaming live. Obviously, it's not streaming yet, but I was like, is there a trailer that's going to play? Okay, streaming live, Utila Island in Honduras. Okay, Fyre 2, the Billy McFarland story. Fyre 2, Billy McFarland story is the official documentaries from Think Global Media Group and Hyman Films chronicling the audacious return of Billy McFarland, the man behind it. So I know he was shooting his own documentary. This must be his own documentary right here. Are all of these billionaire glaze fests? Hold on a minute. Welcome to Miami. Follows an outrageous Hennessy family as they launch a Miami-based startup, blending wild pranks, family chaos, and South Florida flair. Think Rob and Big meets entrepreneurial hustles. What? How to build $1 billion brand? Tequila Empire. Alpine Performance. Is this an AI generated thumbnail? Miami-based family business specializing in aftermarket parts for exotic cars. Is this all just like billionaire propaganda? Trolled? Is this the Island Boys? This is the untold story of the identical twins Alex and Frankie Veneris, publicly known as the Island Boys. This documentary dissects emerging multi-million-dollar revenue stream that's been built. There's no way the Island Boys made multi-million dollars, made millions of dollars. That's simply like an unbelievable statement. Is this just Netflix for grifter propaganda? Fyre 2 Billion Farm Story. He made this documentary, by the way. Like, he talked about that in his Instagram lives and stuff, that like he was been shooting a documentary. So like that is entirely him, taken with like a massive grain of salt. I want to dig into the rest of this like scam propaganda that we have on here, but we gotta stay focused because this is already gonna be a long video. For $7 you can watch the live stream. I'm a 0% chance I'm doing that, but also I doubt if I have to pay for it, I doubt I could like restream it, you know what I mean? And what would be the point of that if I can't react to it? All right, so we're done with the pay-per-view. Who the fuck is gonna watch and pay for that? Unless like you're specifically trying to cut content. Let's actually cover the tickets first, because I want us to understand how much it is and what you get, and then as we dig through the rest of the stuff, we can kind of compare the value of the island to what they're saying the tickets get you. First of all, the important distinction here between his other attempts at a festival is he does actually appear to have a lineup, like a real lineup. So PHNX 2025 presents an experience like no other, live on pay-per-view, limited to 400 guests. Okay, so, and I wonder if the pay-per-view is just performances or if he's gonna be live streaming throughout the entire weekend. But we have French Montana headlining, Ray Shrimmer's Slim Jimmy, and just Slim Jimmy, he's not getting both of them, and then Bobby Shmurda. You know what, like, none of these are super relevant right now, but they're at least named artists. Like, these are bigger names than I would have ever assumed you could have gotten. And then I'm not familiar with the rest of the artists on here. And then there's also supposedly going to be surprise performances. So that's December 5th, December 8th, Demo K. Okay, so we actually have real performers. I have some questions about how they're going to perform, but we'll get to that when we get to the video aspect of this, because he's been posting a lot on TikTok. It's at the Diamond K Bay Islands in Honduras. So, again, important to note, Diamond K doesn't have infrastructure, and we'll get to that here in a second. But pay-per-view must be purchased directly from Think Global Media. Okay, this December, Phoenix returns. This is the first Phoenix Festival. How is it returning? This December, Phoenix Festival returns for an island experience like no other. Phoenix is hosting a weekend of adventure, music, and community on Attila and Diamond K. Oh my god, I just realized I wonder what happened to that Fyre Hotels thing that was supposed to be back in September. Remember that? When he was like upcharging insane for like the Fyre Week at those hotels? I never looked into that. Well, we'll scroll back into social media. I wonder if he even attended that. Like, or after they sold the Fyre Festival brand, he just washed his hands of it. or if nobody fucking booked a ticket that week. We'll see. Just a quick editor's note here. I was able to find out some additional information. So the hotel that he was doing the Fyre Week at is actually the same hotel that all of this stuff with Phoenix is being built around. Like later on, when we look at the itinerary, he mentions this hotel a lot, and it's the same one he did the thing back in September with. That event apparently did end up happening, but he didn't post that much about it on his social media, which leads me to believe that no one showed up to it or it was a massive failure. Because if it was a success, you can trust we'd never hear the end of it. In a lot of ways, what he's kind of got going on here seems to be an evolution of that idea, so there is like a through line going on. Phoenix Token Weekend Adventure, Music, and Community on Attila and Diamond K. To everyone playing it safe, we got the islands. To all the internet NPCs claiming that they live life, we are really out here doing this. To the people saying, get a job, we are paying people back and supporting every fucking island we touch, that's not true. To the ones saying this is a normal vacation, you haven't done a trip with me. You haven't experienced the fraud yet. To the ones saying this is delusional, wait until we drop the lineup. Let me show you Island Billy come live. We got a couple different ticket packages here. There's a general admission if you're a Honduras resident, ID required, so you get a discount if you're a Honduras resident. That's cool. But let's check out the general admission ticket. So, general admission ticket runs you $600, which for a 3-day festival, honestly, not that bad of a price. But there are some major caveats to that too. The world said don't. We said fuck it. Also, like, dude, I hate the snark too. I hate the fucking attitude about this of like, everyone doubted me after I went to prison for running a scam. To all of those who called me what I am, I'm here to show you the 9th time is the charm. It's like, bro, shut up. Even if I thought this was legitimate, like, this is not the right attitude to have. Like, everything about this is like, how dare you call me out on my crimes? Why don't you just accept me for the fraudster I am? It's like, dude, you should be constantly in apology mode. You have to prove to us that you are not a scammer. And so far, you have failed at that every step of the way. To the world who says, don't fucking scam again, we said fuck it. Here's another one for you. Another one. GA gets you full access to the Phoenix Island Experience, a 4-day weekend of music, adventure, and community across Attila and Diamond K. $600 for a 4-day music festival is not a bad price. But there are some caveats. Your ticket includes access to all Phoenix main events on Attila and Diamond K. So there's going to be events on Attila and events on Diamond K. That's important to note because, again, as far as I can tell, Diamond K doesn't have electricity. There doesn't seem to be infrastructure there for much of anything. So 3 meals per day across Friday through Monday. See full itinerary. So that's cool. 3 meals. Doesn't describe what those meals are. And again, if we're just basing this off of Billy's past work, the meals last time around weren't really worth much. It was barely what you would describe as edible. So I really think that if you're trying to win us back and prove the haters wrong, Billy, maybe have a detailed outline of what those meals consist of. A meal could be a canned soda, a bag of chips, and a like heated up burrito. Like it doesn't necessarily mean that it is worth the value of the ticket price. Water taxis between Attila and Diamond K, which again is probably going to be very important because as we'll see in the videos, Diamond K doesn't have infrastructure. So there's really just porta potties there, or you can like run into the ocean to piss if you need to. But I assume that if you want to use a real restroom or anything that do basically anything, you're going to need a water taxi back and forth. If there are supposed to be 400 people, how big are those water taxis? And how many of them do you have? There's not going to be 400 people, but if this event actually had sold out, how would you possibly have the infrastructure to have enough water taxis so that there's not just a massive line going back and forth? You thought it was bad when you went to a festival and you had to wait like 30 minutes in line to use the restroom. Now imagine you have to wait 30 minutes in line to use a water taxi to get to a restroom that you have to wait 30 minutes in line for. This sounds like a nightmare situation. Billy, why do you keep having your festivals on islands with zero infrastructure? Notice how nobody else does that for kind of a good fucking reason? Diving, snorkeling, and adventure excursions What are adventure excursions? All right, diving and snorkeling. Okay, so when last we left our hero on the hotel system, the diving and snorkeling and stuff that he was advertising was something that the hotel just offered year-round anyway. So I'm assuming the diving and snorkeling is actually something you do on Attila, not Diamond K. Just a little bit of extra context here. Back when we were looking at the Fyre Hotels thing, we found out that a lot of the stuff that Billy was advertising that was being provided for you by himself and Fyre is actually stuff that you would just get by staying at the hotel normally. Things like certain meals or scuba diving is just stuff that the hotel already offers you any other time that you were going there. It's not something specifically that's being offered because of Phoenix or because of Fyre. This time it's a little bit different because it's not centered around one particular hotel, but a lot of things like meals or scuba diving is just stuff that the hotel might be offering you anyway that he's kind of trying to take credit for. I don't have time to look into what every single hotel in Attila offers, but I just thought it was important to mention that he's pulled this sleight of hand before. It might just be something that comes with like the hotel that you have to book there, because you do have to book your hotel separately. This is very important to note. Your ticket does not include anywhere to stay. So there's also, your ticket includes daily after parties and community events, whatever that means. So not included is airfare, hotel stay, ATV or golf course rental, and no alcohol. It doesn't mention alcohol anywhere here, so I assume you have to buy your own drinks. I'm sure they'll have stuff for you to buy in Diamond K. It's going to be super upcharged. The stuff on Attila probably be a little bit more reasonable, but the $600 ticket is just for the festival events. You still have to get a plane to Attila, and then you still have to get a hotel there. We'll check and see what hotel prices are at Attila, but I'm assuming they're going to be jacked up for this. I don't know how much plane tickets are to Attila. We'll check that too, but I would wager a guess that this is going to cost you a minimum of $1,000. Then when you want to throw in drinks on top of that, you're probably looking at like $1,200 vacation here. You know, that is very expensive. Like that is, now you could go to Coachella for that price. You know, you could go to Ultra for that price. You could go to so many other festivals for that price. And yeah, stuff like Ultra and Coachella does have camping passes, but like if you go to Ultra Music Festival, you also have to get a hotel or whatever, but you're also in Miami, and you also have a bigger lineup than, no shade to the GOAT, Legend of New York, Bobby Shmurda, but you have bigger artists that are more relevant. Name 5 French Montana songs that don't have features on them. You know what I'm saying? Not an unknown lineup, but it's not like it's not an impressive lineup. We're happy to assist to fall reservations, so we'll see what hotels and flights that they're booking and stuff. But this is limited to 400 people, 2 islands, 1 shot to actually live. It's exactly the same for the Honduras ticket. It's just cheaper. There's a VIP pass. What comes with the VIP pass? For the ones who don't just want to watch history, they want the best seat on the island. Major clarification: I did not see this at the time of recording, but it does say the VIP pass is for 6 people, so it's $4,000 for 6 people, which comes out to $666 per person. I do end up catching this later in the video, but this is the part where I'm talking about what you get from the VIP package, so I just need to make sure I insert this clarification now. But a lot of the points I'm about to make about this VIP package are still valid. Like, there is some misleading text in this that we're about to talk about, and also the only way to get the VIP package is for you to get 6 people together, so it's still $4,000. There's no way to buy VIP a la carte per person. It's still ridiculous, but I just want to make sure I add the clarification. It's not $4,000 for one person, it's $4,000 for 6 people. We'll pull up pictures of Attila. We'll pull up pictures of Diamond K. I'm very curious what sections of it are going to be VIP sections, because it's not big. And also, like, are these artists actually going to be playing on a stage at Diamond K, or are they just going to be playing at like a tiki bar in Attila? And how much stuff is going to be paywalled after you get in? Like, the ticket gives you access to it, but is there going to be additional paywalls after that? Like, I don't know. You would think not, based off the way it's worded, but I at this point, I don't trust anything. But anyway, for $4,000, what do you get? The VIP areas sit along the water's edge of Diamond K, steps away from the stage, and surrounded by the Caribbean Sea. Each private shaded palapa includes... Words are hard. Each private shaded palapa includes lounge seating, hammocks, fresh fruit juice, and front row views of the action. It doesn't include alcohol! Are you fucking kidding me? Your VIP package includes fresh fruit juice? The fuck? See, I'm glad I didn't pre-watch this. From sunrise to sunset, this is where the chaos feels calm and the island feels yours. Your VIP Palapa experience includes a private... Okay, maybe this is where they'll list the alcohol. A private shaded Palapa with day beds and hammocks, prime stage and ocean views, a dedicated host, and premium bar service. Okay, alright, never mind. It does come with alcohol. Why did you not list that up here, but you did list that down here? Weird. Okay. Access to all Phoenix main events and Attila and Diamond K. That's what that means, right? Premium bar service is free alcohol, right? Or does it just mean that you're going to have a waiter that you can order the premium bar service from? Is premium bar service free alcohol, or is it just like you don't have to go to the bar to order, you can order with the waitress? You know, it's not, and actually it's not clear. Access to curated island food, snacks, and daily fruit juice services, daily excursions and community events. I really wonder what these community events are. I really hope they outline that. What are the excursions? Where are the community events? Where is there to excurge to? Diamond K is really small. Water taxis between Attila and Diamond K, prairie transport, and concierge coordination. I would not interpret that as free at all. Okay, alright, yeah, nowhere on here does it say open bar or unlimited alcohol, so I'm going to assume that it does not include the alcohol. Not included is airfare, hotel stay, and ATV golf rentals. We're happy to assist. For $4,000, it still doesn't cover a place to stay. It still doesn't say that you still don't get a hotel. You don't even get like a place to camp. You don't get a trailer. You get nothing. That's the most expensive part. Airfare in the hotel. December 5th through 8th, Bay Islands. The island doesn't come to you. You come to it. No fucking shit, dude. Come fucking live. I hate the snark, dude. I hate how... Oh, my God. And then the Phoenix Artist Pass. $74,000. So far, it's bare seats, and you can get drinks that you pay for faster. Yeah. Although, considering that I don't think that many people are gonna go to this thing, you probably wouldn't have to wait that long in line at the bar anyway. So, for the Phoenix Artist Pass at $74,000 is unlimited access to Phoenix, its talent, and the island experience that will be watched around the world, so you can hang out Bobby Shmurda. So far, that's the best perk I've heard so far. The Phoenix Artist Pass is for a group of 2. Okay, so for $74,000, it covers 2 of you at least. 2 seats in the Challenger 601 round trip from Miami. Okay, so they do fly. You have to fly to Miami, but then they will fly you to Attila. Still, a flight to Miami, not cheap. Luxury for $74,000, the flight should be from wherever the fuck I am. Luxury villas on Attila. Okay, so you finally do get a place to stay. We'll provide the available options and you choose. Private chef in your villa 24/7. Oh, okay. That's sick. If that's true, that's sick. A golf cart with 24/7 driver and local guide. Okay. Private boat with 24/7 captain. Come and go from Diamond K. Watch the concert from your boat dock on the island. Bring attendees to your boat. Snorkel, explore island snorkel and explore the island as you please. Bottle service to your boat during Saturday and Sunday festival. Okay, so finally you get free alcohol too. Access to festival artist area. Artist only dinner and private dinner with drinks with Billy McFarlane on Attila before or after the festival. How many of these can I buy, dude? Oh my God, we can buy up to 5. Oh, it maxes out at 5, dude. But for 5 people, that's 10 people. We could all go. We could all go for just under $500,000. Oh my God. Okay, wait. So it's $74,000 for the tickets times 5. Fees and taxes $50K. Why is the purchase fee another $37,000, and then merchant processing fees now are $12,000, and then service fee is $5? Those seem kind of astronomical. Like, what is, if we go to general admission here, if we buy 1 ticket, okay, so $600 turns into $680 because like all the fees and stuff. It seems like too many fees. For what it's worth, I did try when I was checking this out before to actually buy a ticket, but you do have to, like, just to see, because I wonder where the Solana wallet on the main page comes in. I wonder if you can only pay on crypto or if you can pay with card, but I couldn't find out because I'm certainly not fucking making an account. I'm not giving Billy McFarland my data. I need to create a burner email so I can sign up for shit like this so I can do more investigative research, but maybe for the next grift. Maybe the next time Billy's got a grift, I'll have that worked out. Oh man, I love how I can send this I can share with friends. What is this? I can message? Okay. Getin.com. I'm not familiar with this website. Okay, it's a real ticketing website. Okay, so at least it's like, it seems to be anyway. So that's the ticket. So let's check out the island itself here. Now, the island itself is very small. This is it right here. Phoenix turns Diamond K into the world's first interactive island festival. Whether you are on the island or watching from anywhere, you can shape what happens in real life by activating zones on the map below, including beach bars, art installations, VIP docks, helipads, and other custom builds. What the fuck does that mean? I can activate the helicopter pads? They don't get to leave on a helicopter unless I say so, watching at home. All right, so let's see what we have here. We got an interactive map. So we got live podcast. Oh my God, sponsors. If you want to sponsor, oh my God, there's a sponsor sign up right here. Oh my God, do you want to sponsor the podcast? Submit right now, dude. Submit right now. Oh, they're not having a podcast. You can have a podcast. Your podcast can go here. Have your podcast at Phoenix. Oh, I'm sorry. This is an opportunity. My mistake. Oh, okay. Have your podcast at Phoenix. Oh, shit, dude. All right. MMA fights. Fight on the island. Are you an MMA fighter? Do you want to fight on the... Oh my God, this isn't anything. This isn't what they're gonna have. This is what they could have if you sign up. If you sign up to sponsor, you can have your MMA fight on the island. Drone show. Oh my God, so is any of this happening? Or is it just like only if you sign up? Doc? Okay, you can brand the doc. Drone show. Drone show with your brand. You can brand the dock, you can brand the helipad, you can display your art. They don't have art installations there. They need you. You need to sign up. You need to sign up. Bring your art here. Pay us to have your art here. Stock the vending machines. Does that mean that okay, but like, is this stuff going to exist whether or not you get sponsors? Like, is the vending machine only stocked if they have artists, like if they have sponsors to stock the machines, or the machine's gonna be stocked regardless? Brand the coconuts. It's gonna like spray paint the logo on the coconut. Sponsor the bar, artist bar, brand the artist bar, media TV stations, interview for the documentary, main stage, perform an opening act. You can book to perform right here. Wrap the helicopter, wrap the water taxis, VIP boat, watch from a VIP boat, and underwater art. Create an underwater art installation. What does that mean, Billy? Oh my God, he doesn't have sponsors for anything. Attend, watch live, build. What the fuck does build mean? Oh, build means pay us money to advertise. Artists, okay. We do have French Montana. I'm not familiar. We got Bobby Schmurder. I'm not familiar with these other artists. Slim Jimmy. I think this is a pretty low-hanging fruit for Slim Jimmy. I mean, like, I know he's not as big as he used to be, but like he has one of the biggest songs in the world with Post Malone, like not that long ago. You know what I mean? It was like maybe 5-6 years ago. Like to go from Sunflowers to Phoenix Festival, I think is a far more of a drop off than I was expected from him. Now we're getting to the nitty gritty. Here's where the details come in. Itinerary. Thursday, fly in. Fly in via recommended lights and hotel. ATV and golf cart pickup. Welcome cocktails and Coral View Beach Resort. I'm assuming you gotta pay for the welcome cocktails. They are outlining the excursions though. So, wall diving at Coral View Beach Resort, a welcome dinner, and beach club night. So all this is happening at Attila right now. None of this is at Diamond K yet. Saturday, 8 a.m. diving and snorkeling boats are optional, but is supposedly included. Again, I wonder if that's something that's just already included with every hotel that you could book there normally. 12 p.m. festival at Diamond Cay begins. 11 p.m. festival at Diamond Cay ends. After party on Attila. Okay. So during daytime, you boat over there, and that's what the festival is. So that is where the music festival portion is. And then the after parties happen back at Civilization, where they have electricity and running water and drinks that you have to pay for. I wonder how much of a markup those are going to be. Sunday, 9 a.m. Muay Thai on Coral View Beach and yoga on Coral View Deck. Okay. 10 a.m. freshwater cave hike. 2 p.m. school supply donations. How is that an activity? Billy, I'm not paying $600 to do charity drives. I can do that for free where I live. 6 p.m. Dr. John visit. Who the fuck is Dr. John? Who the fuck is Dr. John? And why is he coming to visit? Dinner and party on Attila at Coral View. Okay. Wait, I just realized. Is the only day you go to Diamond Cay on Saturday? Monday, 9 a.m. beach cleanup. Do you have to help this man clean up the beach? What do you mean? Why is that on the itinerary? Beach cleanup? Bitch, you clean up the beach. I'm your guest. Wait, what? 11 a.m. a recap brunch. And then you can depart or stay. In case of inclement weather, Saturday and Sunday's itineraries may be swapped with the main concert taking place on Sunday. How to get there. Option 1, you can fly in and then $30 ferry to Attila. Option 2, you can fly in and then drive about 3 hours for $125. And then you can ferry to Attila. I don't know why you would do option 2. Option 2 is option 1 with additional steps and costs more money. I wonder if the flight here is like way cheaper, if that's why. And then getting around, the local taxis are widely available. Golf carts and ATVs can be rented for more flexibility. All right, so let's check out this. I can't click on this. It doesn't like link to a airline. You just have to like just fly here, bro. I don't know. You figure it out. We'll check on flights in a second. Where to stay? From beachside bungalows to boutique hotels, Attila offers a range of stays to fit every vibe. Phoenix guests will have access to preferred partner accommodations close to the docks and festival sites. More details and booking links coming soon. Well, it's in 3 days, so I'm assuming that the links are booked. Okay. And then get your tickets. Okay. Before we click off site to check out the hotels and the flights, we'll just like finish the website and see like what else is on here. Okay. Get your tickets. Get your tickets. Secure your pass for the adventure of the year through our official ticket partners. General admission, 6-person VIP. Oh, wait. So wait, does the VIP pass for... These numbers are not the same. These numbers are not the same. It's not $400. It's not $500. It's $600. The VIP pass was $4,000, right? Not $3,500. And it never is 6-person. It doesn't for $4,000 it includes 6 people. And then it was $74,000 on $140,000 for the artist pass. What the fuck? Wait, if I click on this, does it give me a different price? Yeah. Yeah, it does. Okay. Okay, so these prices are just not correct. Although the artist pass did drop in price. Did the actual ticket itself say 6 people? I don't think it did. What's 4,000 divided by 6? Can someone do the hot math for me? Okay, no, it does say 6 people. Okay, it does say 6 people. What is $4,000 divided by 6? It comes out to $666 per person. 666. That is a good deal. Like, you don't get that much more with VIP, but for an extra $66 per person, if you've got 6 people going, the VIP makes more sense than general admission. So I guess that's like a decent deal. Plus, the taxes and fees and everything. And then you can get in touch. Okay, so home, island map, artist, itinerary, how to get there, tickets. Okay, so let's go back to how to get there. Okay, let's check out this hotel. Oh no, these are not things you can click. Where to stay? What? Wait, recommend me hotels, bitch. What? See more details and booking links coming soon. Coming soon, Billy. The festival's in 2 days. What do you mean? What do you mean? Where are so just like, there are no hotel recommendations. Just like, figure it out on your own, bro. What, you want us to do everything for you? What do you think this is? A thing that a service you pay for? No links to flights, no links to hotels. Okay, we're just gonna have to like do our own research here. So let's see how much flights to this place are based off of where I live. Burbank is usually cheaper to fly out than LAX. Oh my god, dude. 17-hour flight, 23-hour flight, 14-hour flight. So when I was editing this, I caught that for whatever reason, the dates are wrong. They defaulted me to January when I was looking at flights. Obviously, that's not when the event was happening. I did double check what the prices of tickets were if you were to go this weekend, and they are slightly cheaper, but not enough where it really changes the criticism that I'm about to levy against this, which is that just getting there alone doubles your ticket price, basically. Doesn't change anything I'm about to say, but I just wanted to make sure I caught the mistake. Oh my god, dude. A 14-hour flight with 2 stops, round trip, is over $700. If you've got more time on your hands and you want to go with a 23-hour flight, you can get as low as $665. So the flight is literally more expensive than the ticket to the festival itself. So you're already in for double. I think my estimate's probably going to come out to be lower. Okay, it's actually cheaper to fly out of LAX here. So, okay, you only have 1 stop. It's a 10-hour flight. Okay, all right. This is a little bit better. We were able to get down. LAX actually ended up being the cheaper option this time around. So for a 10-hour flight out of United, $540. So you're basically just, after taxes and fees, you're just basically doubling the ticket price. So we're already at $1,200 to go to this. American 13-hour flight, $540. Delta, wow, dude, the jump from United, American, and Delta is crazy. Okay, so if we're getting the cheapest possible flight, let's assume it's gonna be $600 after taxes and fees and stuff. You are still, and you know, a bag if you want to like check a bag. You're already at double the ticket price. We're at $1,200. We haven't even factored in the hotel or the alcohol yet. Now we're going to go to they don't recommend a hotel for us. So, oh, and also, it's not just the flight to the destination. Then you gotta tack on a $30 to ferry to Attila after that, because Attila is also just an island. Just a cursory glance, not the craziest hotel prices. So, if you're gonna stay at this one, it's $100 a night. But again, okay, so you're there from, you touch down Thursday night, you're there for Friday, Saturday night, Sunday night, you leave Monday. So 4 nights. So, you know, whatever the price is, we got to multiply it by 4. All right, check dates to see pricing availability. Oh, they're just not available those dates. Okay. All right, so at least this hotel doesn't have availability that dates. I wonder if it's because it's already booked up for Fyre Festival. But okay, so this place right here, we're looking at $120, $132, like $125 average hotel per night. What about this place? What a strange hotel, dude. What? Tile floor and a brick wall? This is more, what the fuck? The most out of place furniture ever. Okay, this is really what I was expecting. Okay. Yeah, weird ass hotel. Does this have the dates available? This does have the dates. Granted, this place is $100 a night. But the thing is, I have no idea how far away this is from, like, the stuff happening. There's not a whole lot of information on the website about, like, where on Attila is, like, where, because there's after parties and stuff happening on Attila. Where on the island is it happening? Like, if they're not going to have any links for hotels that they recommend, then how am I supposed to know if I'm booking something close to where all of the excursions and stuff are? So the only hotel the itinerary specifically mentions is the Coral View, so you can assume that if you can't book a room at the Coral View, you should get something close to it. But there are also other excursions that don't specifically say where on the island they're happening. I also realize it's not a huge island, so you could probably get any hotel and you're relatively close to everything that's going on. But still, any music festival I've ever tried to book recommends you hotels and oftentimes even tells you exactly how far you're going to be from the stuff that you're there to see. So regardless, they should have been more clear about this. Again, they said they were going to in the text of the website and then just never did. So this is where the hotel we were just looking at is. This is like downtown Attila or whatever. So this is the entire island. It's not very big. Okay, Waters K has got to be where Diamond K is. Yeah, Diamond K is this one right here. I don't know what the fuck's happening on the rest of these islands, but I'm assuming it didn't mention them, so I'm assuming it nothing. I'm assuming nothing. Although, this one looks like it actually has, like, infrastructure. This one does have infrastructure. It's got 2 churches on it. 3 churches on it. Strange. There is an airport on Attila. Why can't you fly in straight to Attila? So all the hotels have got to be in the downtown area. So I don't think it super matters which one you actually get. This is Dr. John. Dr. John. Who the fuck is Dr. John? We found him. He's a Hondurans local as far as we can tell. Let's do the math here. Let's add this up. Okay, so let's just say between ticket and the flight and everything, plus check bags and Ubers to the airport, all that stuff, you're already in for $1,300. The hotel's averaging around like $100. Let's bump that up for a little bit for taxes and fees and stuff. Let's say it's $120 for 4 nights, right? You're already at $1,800, and that's before you buy any alcohol there, pay for any other like taxi services or anything there. That's before you potentially have to buy food if the meals they provide aren't enough to satiate you. So bare minimum, you're talking like $2,000 for this trip. For $2,000, you can go on a hell of a lot of other trips. There's a lot more you can do with $2,000. After you watch some of these videos, I'm going to break down why none of this makes any sense. And I'm going to talk about like what I actually think is happening, because I think that this is a more complicated grift than it initially seems. But okay, let's see what we got here.
Where y'all at? We finna party. Big time, big party. Make sure you're here.
See you guys here in 2 days. The artists are flying in. The documentary cameras are rolling. The mainstream media is circling. After 8 years, Phoenix is finally coming to life, and it's all happening on a private island called Diamond Key and across the mainland of Attila in real time. I'm going to give 50 people and brands the chance to literally plant their flags in history. I'm taking 50 custom flags with your company's logo, your inside joke, or your buddy's face, and planting them in the sand around Diamond Key for the world to see. These flags will be in all the footage, the drone shots, the documentary, the press, the social clips, and we'll run each flag individually across the stage at some point during the show. We're building the modern million-day homepage, except it lives live on an island that's all part of a cultural moment. There are 50 total flags, and each flag is $2,500 US. Artwork must be sent to me by 5 p.m. today so we can get them printed on the mainland and shipped over by boat. DM me your artwork, and let's make history.
That's what he meant about interactivity. You at home can interact by giving me $2,500 for flags that will be planted around the island. Brother, you're supposed to have sponsors lined up before you do the festival. Someone's like, submit the Spirit Halloween. Does Trench Montana know he's performing? I'm assuming the performers are actually going to be there.
For taking this chance.
Do you see how small Diamond Key actually is? If you actually had 400 people on that island, it would be absurdly crowded. Like, this is very small, dude. This is not something that you, like, comfortably host 400 people for. Like, there is a barge of porta potties, and he'll show them in other videos that we do. But, like, that is not enough infrastructure for 400 people. That's not enough bathrooms. That's not enough, there's no chargers. There's not enough chargers. Even if you have like portable chargers for like phones and stuff. That's like, there's like one tiki bar here that you could do. That like, there's not enough bars. There's nowhere to get food. Like, there's no infrastructure here.
And being part of the Phoenix 2025 weekend. Thank you to all of our hotel hospitality partners. Thank you to the pilots flying everybody in. Thank you to our main sponsor, Miami. And thank you to everybody who's battling it out in the comments. To all of you guys, I have one last trick up my sleeve. So make sure you tune in live to the pay-per-view on Saturday to see the Phoenix.
It's so stupid that this is pay-per-view. Like, Coachella's not even pay-per-view, dude. Coachella streams like on YouTube. Okay, so I'm connecting dots here. I'm connecting dots. He said his one sponsor is Miami. If we go back to the documentary page, that was one of the documentaries. I've got this weird streaming site is going to be a whole separate video. We're going to do a deep dive on this whole separate streaming site. There's a there, I promise. Dude, you're hosting a foreign person event. You're like a glorified wedding coordinator. This was posted like 2 days ago, and he doesn't have a main sponsor. I don't know if the Miami thing is like a recent thing, or if they're like not the main sponsor, but maybe just bought like a flag to plant in the sand.
You're absolutely
But
crazy. Let me show you the final product here with the stage.
But this is important.
Mel, where's the
Do
stage?
you see a speaker anywhere? Do you see electrical wiring anywhere? This is the stage where somebody's going to perform. Are they doing a cappella sets? Are they bringing a JBL, like a Bluetooth JBL, and just playing it off of there?
My man. We have 3 big palapas.
We're going to see some more videos where he was building this out, but like, why are you building this? Why are you finishing construction days before the festival?
Up the stage area right here for Phoenix. Check out this beautiful island. We will see you guys here in exactly 4 days. Phoenix is taking place in 4 days. And that laughs at the bathroom barge idea. To everybody that said there.
These are the bathrooms. That's it for 400 people. Again, 400 people are not showing up to this, but like, this does not have the infrastructure to support the event that you are trying to produce.
Wouldn't be power. While you've been talking shit online, we've been building out an island in the middle of the Caribbean. In 6 days, 400 of us are going to experience the magic and beauty of Diamond Key and Utila.
Bold time for a private island. Dude, that might be the best comment I've read on this app ever. He's just posted a bunch of videos like this where he's doing construction. But the point of all these videos is to show that he does not have like actual infrastructure. Like, look, this doesn't have a back wall. Like, the wall's not finished. They look like this in the more recent videos too. This thing is barely a structure. Okay, I spent my last $400 on these tickets. I can't wait. Oh man, dude, TikTok's great. I love this app. Now, let's bring it all together. Let's bring in all the pieces together. Because, and my friend actually brought this up, but let's do some math. There are 400 tickets available. Let's assume that those are not taken up by like the VIPs and stuff like that. 400 tickets at $600 is $240,000. That's not enough money for this event. And that's not even enough money to like if you're only going to make, okay, plus like alcohol sales and stuff like that. But let's just talk about like what they're charging for base price, like the $400 tickets at $600 for this festival, a max of 400 people, $240,000 minus your expenses. You're not making anything off this festival. This doesn't make any logistical sense. If that would even cover your expenses, like booking the performers and the construction of the facilities on Diamond K and renting out the water taxis and renting the and covering the lunches that are supposedly included and renting the porta potties and stuff. Like, let's assume that you could do all that for $100,000. You're still only making what, $140,000 off of this. Plus you have to pay staff. Like, this doesn't make sense why anyone would put all that work in for like not that big of a paycheck. Now, obviously there is going to be, well, supposedly there was going to be sponsors, but since we're 4 days out and there are not really any sponsors, I don't think he's making a shit ton of money off sponsors either. Maybe he's hoping they'll make a bunch of money off the pay-per-view. Maybe he's hoping he'll make money off the documentary once he sells the documentary. But the no matter how you cut it, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of, like, even if this went flawlessly, it doesn't seem to be like there's a whole lot of money to be made here. Which brings me to what I think this actually is. I don't think Billy is expecting this festival to sell. Like, I don't think he's expecting anyone to buy a ticket. I don't think he's even expecting sponsors. I think this is a setup for a future grift. I think what this is marketing. I think that the people that go to this are going to be populated with basically just his friends, or for lack of a better word, performers. I don't think he's like paying actors or anything, but I think it's gonna be a lot of his friends, friends of friends, and they're basically just gonna be throwing a private party on this island, and they're probably going to be faking a lot of the shots. The live stream is probably going to be heavily curated. It's probably on this paywall platform, because he clearly has some sort of relationship with this platform, because that is where his documentary is going to be posted. That is where the only other sponsor that he has for this thing also has their documentary. He's in bed with these guys in some way, and I think that it's going to be entirely staged. I think it's going to be limited to like very specific camera angles. It's going to make it look better than it is. I think that there's even a chance that if they don't have the infrastructure to perform live, they just kind of like fake it with like the live stream, like kind of just like running the track, like the way I would play music off of Spotify, if I was like, through OBS and stuff. Like, I think that this entire thing is meant to be incredibly curated and incredibly staged in order to make it look like he had an incredibly successful festival that he was able to put together despite all the haters. And so then he can use that as marketing to sell the real grift later on down the road. Now, I'm assuming that he would prefer to put on an actual festival, but if the marketing for your festival is built off of a staged production lie, then I still would consider it to be a grift. But obviously, I can't prove this. This is just a theory. So, allegedly. I'm not saying anything matter-of-factly. I'm just saying what this looks like to me is the setup for a future con. So even if he goes on social media and shows how well this turned out and shows clips of him partying and shows clips of people taking shots of Bobby Shmurda, I don't know that that's enough evidence for me personally to actually believe that he is actually on the up and up here. So I will leave it at that. I will be monitoring the situation over the weekend. Not a shot in hell I'm paying for the live stream, but I'll see if I can find like clips from it anywhere. If people are posting clips or something. And we'll kind of do a little bit of a post-mortem wrap-up on this on like Monday. And I'll see how much new information has come out, whether I'm going to include that into this video, or if I'll just make that a whole separate follow-up video. Probably just make it a whole separate follow-up thing. But regardless, that is all of the updates. Billy McFarland truly just keeps gifting me with free content, and I do appreciate that. So thank you, Billy. Because sometimes it's hard to think of what to do react streams for sometimes. So, appreciate the free content. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep on grifting until you go back to jail.